for he had been absent from the people, having gone to the temple which he had erected on the heights of the Sinai peninsula. And while he had been away, Haran and his followers had sought to undermine his authority. A great electric storm raged during Osiris' absence, which had caused him to delay his return still further until it should abate somewhat. Haran cunningly told the multitudes that Osiris had left them to perish, and had himself suffered a like fate at the hands of the angry gods of the Syrians in the Mount of Sinai. He further told them that if they prayed unto the Syrian gods, they would withdraw their wrath and cause the storm to cease its raging. This was it, my children, that Osiris found the people in revolt, and having raised up shrines and images to Ashtoreth and other Syrian god and goddesses. When the sullen multitudes had appeared before him, he opened the ark of Ammon, and drew out the sacred book to me, Osiris, and of her who was even Isis. And he did cast down the tablets which are of stone. And they were shattered in 1,000 pieces. At the same time did lightning come out of the clouds, and did strike the sacred vessels, so that they were destroyed. And the earth quaked so much that many were swallowed up, even as was the case with the evil ones of Atlantis. And when the people saw what had happened, they became afraid, and with one accord fell down and worshipped the god of the ark of Osiris. Then was it, my children, that I appeared unto Osiris in a dream, and commanded him to again reconstruct the tablets of stone, and write again the laws which he had given unto the people of my command. My children, I would warn you of one thing. Do not assume that the laws of Osiris were the same as the 21 commandments of Ta-el-Duad, because they are not. And Moses heard the voice of the Lord, and sealed within him the covenant that was between the Lord and the children of light. And Moses turned and went down from the mount, and the 2 tablets of the law were in his hand. And the tablets were the work of God, and the writing was the writing of God, graven upon the tablets. And the people knew not what became of Moses, and they gathered themselves together, and brake off their golden earrings, and made a molten calf. And they worshipped unto the idol, and offered it to burnt offering. And they ate and drank and danced before the golden calf which they had made, and they abandoned themselves to corruption and evil before the Lord. And it came to pass, as soon as he came nigh unto the camp, that he saw the calf, and the dancing, and the wickedness of the people, and Moses' anger waxed hot, and he cast the tablets out of his hands, and brake them beneath the mount. And it came to pass on the morrow, that Moses said unto the people, Ye have sinned a great sin, you have denied thy Creator. I will go up unto the Lord, and plead atonement for thy sin. And Moses returned unto the Lord, and said, Lord, thou hast seen the desecration of thy holy law. For thy children lost faith, and worshipped the darkness, and made for themselves a golden calf. Lord, forgive them, for they are blind to the light. And the Lord said unto Moses, Behold, at the beginning of time was a covenant made between God and man, and the holy flame of the Creator did enter unto him. And he was made the Son of God, and it was given him to guard his inheritance of the firstborn, and to make fruitful the land of his father, and keep it holy. And he who casteth out the Creator from him doth spit upon his birthright, and no more grievous sin doth exist in the eyes of God. And the Lord spoke, saying, Only the children of light can keep the commandments of the law. Hear me, for I say thus, The tablets which thou didst break, these shall never more be written in the words of men. As thou didst return them to the earth and fire, so shall they live, invisible in the hearts of those who are able to follow their law. To thy people of little faith, who did sin against the Creator, even whilst thou stood on holy ground before thy God, I will give another law. It shall be a stem law, yea, it shall bind them, for they shall not know yet the kingdom of light. And Moses hid the invisible law within his breast, and kept it for a sign to the children of light. And God gave unto Moses the written law for the people, and he went down unto them, and spake unto them with a heavy heart. And Moses said unto the people, These are the laws which thy God hath given thee. The laws of Osiris, which I shall now set before you, my children, were given unto him by me, Osiris, in order that he should have a standard code of morality with which to rule the people, over whom he had assumed command. I would also make one important thing clear unto you. The 10 Commandments set down in the Bible are laws which have been drawn up from time to time, until they have finally arrived in their present form. But they are not a copy of the original laws given unto Osiris by me, Osiris. The biblical story has a certain amount of truth in it, but it does not portray the exact happenings of times in question. Having made these things clear unto you, I shall proceed to give you the translation of the original hieroglyphical text given to Osiris by me. It is as follows. The word of Osiris came unto me in a dream, and did command me to set down these laws before the governing of the people under me. And behold, the voice spake unto me and said, Command the people entrusted to thy charge, and say unto them, 1. Abstain from taking the life of thy fellow, or of anything which creepeth upon the face of the earth, or that which swimmeth in the depth of the ocean. 2. Seek not to obtain that which doth not belong to thee, for he that doth cast the eye of envy upon his neighbor, which desire to obtain that which his neighbor hath, without his consent hath committed the sin of covetousness. 3. Seek not to supplant thy fellow with desire to take his place, for he doth this thing is guilty of deceit. 4. Give honor unto thy earthly father and mother, that they have been privileged to be called unto parenthood. For unless the command were of God, the cosmic force, they could not become the vessels of earthly birth. 5. Seek not to take a husband or a wife if the divine spark of love is not brightly burning. For I say unto you, that so who doeth this thing is guilty of seeking the lust of the mortal body of shame, and hath walked in the ways of Satanaku. 6. Thou shalt not at any time have mortal union with thy brother or thy sister, for the sole purpose of satisfying the lusts of the mortal body of shame. For whoso doeth this thing is guilty of practicing the initiations of Satanaku. 7. Never shall any among you seek mortal union with those that are from out the animal kingdom. For I say unto you that this is one of the greatest offenses that mortal man or woman can commit before the face of the cosmic Spirit of God. 8. Speak openly unto thy brother and thy sister, that thy words may be as the sacred oath in the eyes of all men. 9. Refrain from the devastating practice of black magic, for by these things did those of Atlantis and Sargon perish. 10. Confess thy faults to no man, but seek the temple of thy own heart, which doth dwell within each one of you. Speak with thy God face to face, for he alone can pardon your offenses, by giving you a happy and clear conscience with which to appear before men. 11. Help one another as ye yourselves are helped by the universal Creator. 12. Abstain from the practice of unveiling the faults of others before the multitudes, for by so doing are you degrading them before themselves and before men. He who is faultless, let him proclaim it, and his soul will hear him and recognize the truth which it hath heard, will reward him greatly. But if the lie hath been spoken, then shall the sower gather in the harvest accordingly. 13. Abstain from warring one with another, for so by doing are ye learning unto the ways of Satanaku. 14. Honor all men as you would have them honor you. Those, my children, are the laws which were given by me unto Osiris, and I would bid you to ponder over them, that their meanings may be fully revealed unto you. My children, in this the final chapter of my first book of Chronicles, I shall set down for you the 21 laws of Atlantis, which were delivered unto my beloved father Ta-el-Duad in the sacred heights of that continent. They were inscribed upon 21 tablets of stone. Upon each tablet was one law or commandment. I shall give unto you the translation as nearly as it is possible. For my children, their exact significance cannot be portrayed except they be understood in the character of the sacred alphabet in which they were originally written. The disciples said to Jesus, Tell us how our end will come about." Jesus said, "Have you uncovered the beginning? Then that you are now seeking the end. For where the beginning is, the end will come to be. Blessed is the one who stands at the beginning. That one will know the end and will not taste death." My children, the voice of the Father and Mother God came unto my beloved Father, Ta El Duad, through the medium of my beloved Mother, who is El Dua, and spake in this manner, saying, "Set before the people my laws and commandments, which I now make known unto you, saying, 1. Seek ye the temple of the heart in which doth dwell the divine spark of the cosmos. Commune with thy God that all things may be right twixt you and him. 2. Remember and fall not into the error of deifying and worshipping divine symbols and signs, but keep them as a means of approach unto the all-powerful fountainhead of the cosmos. 3. Revere and obey the master teachers who have been placed over you. Do their behest with a will to seek out the true wisdom and knowledge of God. 4. Take no life from out the mortal flesh, else are ye warring with the 7 lords of karma, who hold the appointed leases of incarnation. 5. Take not the material flesh of any creature that creepeth upon the face of the earth, or that swimmeth in the waters of the ocean, that it may serve as meat for the mortal body of shame. For if you so do, you are leaning unto the initiation of Satnaku. 6. Seek not to call up the spirits of the discarnate, unless ye be the masters and teachers of the divine mysteries. For if you do this thing, then shall ye be guilty of practicing the abominable rites of black magic. 7. Seek not to operate the occult laws of the cosmos, unless you have been entrusted with the signs and symbols of divine truth, lest ye fall a victim to the wiles of Satnaku. 8. Seek not the link of communication with those who are discarnate for the sole purpose of obtaining material gain therefrom. 9. Do not open thy mouth to condemn any man, but extend the hand of help to all who are in need of guidance. 10. Let no man take a wife if the spark of divine love is lacking, for he who doth transgress this law is guilty of seeking to satisfy the lust of the mortal flesh. 11. Abstain from practicing the vile abomination of Satnaku, and let not man lie with man and woman with woman. 12. Do not make sacrifices of flesh and of blood, for these are the initiations of Satnaku which he taught in Sarkhan. 13. Observe the feast of remembrance, drinking the juice of the orange and eating the meal cakes. 14. Confess thy faults to no man, but commune with the temple of thy own heart, which is the house of God, the cosmic fire. 15. Seek forgiveness from no man, for God alone can forgive by granting unto you peace of mind. 16. Covet nothing that belongeth to thy neighbor, but be content with thy own possessions. 17. Seek not to take upon themselves the state of parenthood, unless it be commanded thee by the lords of karma. 18. Let thy words be as sacred oath before the face of all men. 19. Seek not to better thyself at the expense of thy fellows. 20. Honor thy earthly father and mother, that they have been chosen to be the vessels of parenthood. 21. Speak falsely against no man, but give honor as you would have honor given to you. These, my children, are the 21 commandments which were given unto my beloved father Ta El Duad by the blessed Cosmos, after he had carried out the destruction of that evil continent of Sarkhan. I shall now close this book, leaving you to give it true thought and understanding, and a will to grasp the truth of what I have set down for you. The blessings of the holy cosmos be with you all now and through all eternity. Amen. Amen, and yet again. Amen.